What is up, awesome people? And welcome to Pokeology Facts, the series that exposes NPC trainers, both noob and respected, their very darkest secret, known only by a few who dare to spend endless hours searching for the truth, their illegal addiction of using Pokemon that should not be. Last time, we dove into the dark depths of trainers who use Pokemon with illegal moves. But what about the rest of the trainers? Are they as clean as we think they are? Or could they possibly be hiding an illegal Pokemon with no moves at an earlier level? Time to dive back into the world of Pokemon to find out. But first, a quick story to lighten the mood. This story was submitted to me by Sazi Light. Sorry if I got your name wrong there, I'm terrible at names. But the story goes like this. Back in the glorious days of Emerald, I was surfing to Sudapula City when I encountered a wild Pokemon. Normal enough, I admit. But then the Pokemon appeared before me, and it was a Wailord. I thought this was great. Wailord is an awesome Pokemon, and I wanted one since my friend had shown me hers. Although I ignored it at the time, that Wailord was at level 28, extremely underleveled. Hell, I thought that was even too lower level to actually appear on the water route near Sudapulus. Anyways, I proceeded to battle it, swapping my 9 out for my Pelipper, planning on lowering its health gradually while taking minimal damage from the inedible water-type attacks. To my surprise, however, Wailord used Rain Dance. I thought it was strange for a wild Pokemon to be setting up, not knowing at the time that Wailord could even learn Rain Dance to level up in Generation 3. Anyways, next hit, I hit it with a Wing Attack, dropping its HP to about half. I then waited for Wailord to use the Enable boosted water attack, when out of nowhere, this Wailord dropped my Pelipper out of the sky with a Thunder! Goddamn Thunder! I was dumbstruck, believing I just found the coolest Wailord ever, again not knowing that 'twas impossible for Wailord to learn Thunder. I instantly sent out a false swiper and dropped Wailord's health to 1, catching it as fast as possible. Once I'd caught it, I went into the summary screen to check out its moves, since it only used Rain Dance and Thunder. But when I went to the move screen, it only knew Water Pulse, Whirlpool, Rollout, and Astonish. I didn't know Thunder and Rain Dance. I instantly got scared that this Wailord was going to break my game, if I'd kept it. So the moment I got to Sudapula City, I released it in fear of what could happen. Holy sweet, merciful Arceus! Damn, why can't awesome things like this happen to me when I play Pokemon games? Nothing that cool ever happened to me when I was growing up with any of my Pokemon games at all. I mean, the only, exciting thing that ever happened to me was Shiny Graveler going WTF boom on me, or a wild Basculin in 6th Gen using Final Gambit on me, and by the way, it was a Shiny Basculin if I didn't mention that. But seriously, nothing like this. God damn, I am jelly. Damn is all I can say. Yes, that would definitely be one of the more memorable encounters ever. I mean, the fact that I didn't even know something like this even existed in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I wouldn't have actually believed the story at first if Pip Knight actually didn't tell me a similar story that he encountered in Pokemon Yellow with the Pokemon Safari Zone. He actually went in there and encountered level 255 Pokemon, and for those who have seen the Missing No glitch in the first generation would be familiar with the health bar just continuously going down and down and down on such a high level Pokemon. That's actually what happened with him, and when he did level it up, it grew to level 100. But the strangest thing was, after a couple of days, he caught the level 255 Pokemon. It actually reverted back to like a level 22 Nidorino, I forgot what he said it was. But moving back to the story, when I first read this story, when it mentioned like the Wailord was level 28, I'm kind of going, this is kind of pretty normal. I mean, it's not the first time I've seen very underleveled Pokemon appear in the wild. Great examples of Pokemon appearing in the wild at underleveled levels is Pidgeotto in first generation. You can find it at level 9 in the Viridian Forest. Or the more well-known one that I'm familiar with, which is the most extremely leveled Pokemon, is a level 15 Dragonair you can find in the Safari Zone using a Super Rod. It's got an extremely low find rate, and it's also got an extremely low catch rate. It's about the same catch rate as a Chansey in the Safari Zone, I do believe. And you don't actually get Dragonair until level 30 when you evolve Dratini, I do believe. It could be a few levels off there, but it's something around that level. But yeah, short story short, Dragonair 15 levels lower than what it should be. But yeah, as soon as I read that this Wailord knew like Thunder and Rain Dance, Rain Dance can be taught through TM, I do believe, in 3rd generation. Thunder is definitely the legal move on Wailord, so dumbfounded there myself when I read this. But however, a couple of comments later, a really kind person by the name of David, I'm actually not going to take an attempt at your last name, so sorry, because as I said, I suck at names. But anyways, he mentions that this actually happens in Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald on occasion. He actually got a Pikachu in the Safari Zone with the same movesets as a Wild Lanoon. I didn't think anything of it because Quick Attack and stuff both of them could learn. But Pikachu can't learn Otisloop, which I now know and did not know when I was a kid. So something like that could have happened to me, but I probably just passed it off as like innocent stuff because we are dumb kids when we first play like the old generation games, and internet was just something unheard of when we played those games in the past. I do know that for a fact. But anyways, enough with story time. Let's get on with some trivia. Before we jump into this list of illegal Pokemon, let's first take a look at the mechanics behind low-leveled Pokemon knowing level up moves before their time. It should be noted there are 2 methods to achieve this, one of which is the exploitable glitch from Generation 3, which we'll cover first, and that is the Pomek glitch. Pomek berries allow the user to remove 10 HP EVs from a Pokemon, and in effect remove all their HP. In Generation 3, this could be used to battle with an egg by bringing the HP stats of all other party members down to 0. By battling with an egg, the player could gain experience, allowing the egg to learn level up moves. However, when the egg is hatched, it will still be at level 5. This allows even genderless or single gender Pokemon to obtain a move pool consisting of level up moves that they would normally not have access to through breeding methods. This glitch was removed in Generation 4 onwards. The other method is through breeding. The mechanic is simply, any move which is normally learned when a Pokemon levels up can be passed as an egg move if both parents know that move when the egg is produced. Consider this. I want level 1 Poochyena that knows Crunch and Sucker Punch, which it cannot normally learn until level 49 and 53. If I place both a male and female Poochyena, or Mightyena in this case, that know both respective moves already into daycare, the offspring will already know both Sucker Punch and Crunch when hatched. However, this method does not work on genderless or single-gendered Pokemon. So now that we know our facts, let's take a look at the list of culprits. In Generation 1, Brox's Onix knows Bind at levels 12 and 14, despite Onix not learning the move until level 15. Due to no breeding mechanics being present until the following generation does make this version of Onix illegal. However, in the Generation 1 remakes, Fire Red and Leaf Green, this Onix is considered legitimate due to the breeding mechanics being available by this time. Moving on to Generation 2 with Price's Piloswine. Piloswine knows Fury Attack at level 31, although Piloswine doesn't learn this move until level 33. Swinub does not learn this move at all, which means it cannot know it at a lower level due to breeding. Now for some Pokemon Stadium 2 fun with Pokefan Rex's Porygon. Pokefan Rex, the 8th trainer in round 2 at the Little Cup Stadium Challenge, has a Porygon that knows Recover at level 5, although Porygon doesn't learn this move until level 20 in Generation 2, or level 28 in Generation 1. Since Porygon is genderless, it cannot access any level up moves through breeding, therefore making this Porygon illegal. Nice try, Pokefan Rex! More like PokeGen-Fan Rex. Ha! Time for some 3rd generation shenanigans, starting with Elite Four Sydney Shiftry. Really? Another Elite Four cheater? For shame on you, Sydney. For shame. Anyway, Sydney's Shiftry knows Exo Sentry at level 48, although Shiftry doesn't learn this move until level 49 as a Nuzlocke. Seedot cannot learn this move, which means it cannot know it at a lower level due to breeding. Keeping to the theme of Elite Four members, let's take a look at Flint's Infernape from Pokemon Platinum. Upon the initial battle, Flint uses a level 55 Infernape who knows Flare Blitz, to which it cannot learn until level 57. Chimchar cannot learn this move, which means it cannot learn Flare Blitz at a lower level due to breeding. Now, because I can find absolutely bugger all on the reason why this is to be, I'm going to take a stab in the dark to a reason why this might be. Now, this error might be most likely due to the rematch programming that allows a Pokemon to know their final stage of evolution's legitimate moves regardless of evolution stage, as already mentioned in my previous video. However, in this case, Flint's Infernape knows the legitimate moves of Flint's rematch Team Infernape, who sits at a whopping level 71 when rematched. Speaking of respected trainers who are also shameful cheaters, we have a returning gym leader who was mentioned in my last video, Winona and her Altaria. During the initial battle, Winona's Altaria knows Dragon Dance level 33, although Altaria doesn't learn this move until level 40. Swablu cannot learn this move, which means it cannot know it at a low level due to breeding. Now this is a perfect example of illegal addiction. Once you're hooked with one hacked Pokemon, you can't stop, you need to have another one. And this, as I said, is a prime case of it. Moving on to a Pokemon that is both considered illegal and legal at the same time? Maybe? Just hear me out on this one. Bianca's Purloin in illegal Pokemon Black and White 2. During the capture tutorial, Bianca captures a wild Purloin that knows Growl at level 2, although Purloin doesn't learn this move until level 3. However, what if this wild Pokemon not long hatched from an egg, and already knew the move Growl? It could be possible, but at the same time, it's Growl. Big whoop-de-doo-dah! It's not like it's gonna one-hit KO every Pokemon in known existence. I think we can let this one slide. Finally, we have a Pokemon with a legal combination of moves for their level, and that is Youngster Bernie's Machop from Pokemon Stadium 2. Youngster Bernie, the first trainer in the Round 2 Little Cup Stadium Challenge, has a level 5 Machop that knows both Vital Throw and Counter. While Machop can know both of these moves simultaneously, it could not know both simultaneously at level 5 at the same time. Machop can only know the Generation 2 level up move Vital Throw at level 5 by breeding, whereas it can only learn Counter as a Generation 1 TM. This combination is impossible because Pokemon with Generation 2 moves cannot be traded to Generation 1. Due to the move 2 to full counter in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, and Machop maintaining Vital Throw as a level up move, this combination is possible at level 5 from Generation 3 onwards. And to finish us off, let's have a bonus bit of illegal trivia. In illegal Pokemon Black and White 2, Fantina uses an Origin form Giratina without a Grisiusorb in the battle between legendary Pokemon. Why, Arceus? Why? Why have you forsaken such hate upon us? Why, oh merciless Arceus? Why? Why? And with that terrifying note, that is it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it and learnt something new. Alrighty, so before I sign off, I have a quick question for you guys. Have you guys got a theory for why trainers have Pokemon that are underleveled but are fully evolved? And quick examples of these are like Lance's 3 Dragonites from Generation 2. I think 2 of them sit at 48, one sits at level 50 when Dragonair evolves into Dragonite level 55. Or there's also Iris and Getsus, who both have a Hydreigon that's unleveled considering it evolves at like some insanely high level. I think it's like nearly level 60 it evolves at, which is goddamn insane. So yeah, have you guys got a theory on why is this to be? Leave your theories down in the comment section below. I do have a few theories that I have in mind that might explain why this is the case, but I want to leave that for another video. And if you like a theory that someone has suggested, make sure to thumbs it up as well, because I'm going to go through and probably pick 5 theories that have been suggested by subscribers, and I'm going to feature it in that video as well, because people have been asking me, have I got a reason behind those particular Pokemon? And my response is, I don't have a definite one. I do have theories, however. So I actually want to hear your guys' theories as well, and as I said, I'll pick 5 of them, maybe more, given that there might be more than I expect that are quite good, and I'll put them in that video. And having said that, I'll probably see you guys in the next episode. So until then, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!